Last night I did the intake manifold. Today I'm going to be doing the passenger side valve cover, because I know on the channel I did the driver's side and do the passenger side, and with the intake manifold off is much easier, and people been asking me could I show them the passenger side. I'm probably going to do a little bit of extra steps because I'm going to take the wire harness and like move everything back, because I'm probably going to be taking off both of the heads today. And I'm gonna make another video taking off the rocker arms and taking out the push rods and stuff like that. I never have taken off a head off an engine before, so this is gonna be a first for me. So you might see a lot of fuck ups. That's why I'm making this video. Well, making these videos to show you where I messed up at, so you guys won't go wrong there. So like an experiment for me, but it's probably there's most likely other videos on YouTube of this shit. I'm just gonna get to the point. So you want to take all your initial cords out. I had this car at the shop. That's why some of these bolts are different, because it was supposed to be under warranty, but shit happens, I guess. I'm not gonna get too much into that. And the bolts on your ignition coils is gonna be, I want to say that's a 10 millimeter. So, you want to take all your initial coils out. And then these bolts I want to say are 8s. Yeah, I want to say they're 8s. So it should be 5 up top, 5 on the bottom. And then there's one tucked behind there. All these are pretty simple. Let me move my finger. All these are pretty simple to get to. The one back here. So the one back here, you might want to get like some cat claws. And let me see if I can remember how I did this last time. I think I removed this piece right here. Get the retainers, push the retainers out. You could do it with a flathead screwdriver. Get a long extension, put it down up in there, because it's a screw right down back there. It's a screw down there. I'm gonna cut the video and come back to show you, but all these other bolts are pretty easy to get to. So I'm gonna show y'all that one. I'm gonna take all this off and show y'all that one. Alright, so I got all of them loosened up and stuff like that. Alright, this was a 1/4 flexible ratchet, and then this flexible ratchet, this long one. Got 3/8 drive on one side, 1/4 on the other. So the method I was gonna show y'all is you can remove this panel that sits right here. There's just two things you can remove, and then you can put the extension, make like a long extension, and put it down there towards the last one. The last one's like really tucked back there. But what I'm gonna do is just reach this back there and get it up there good enough to take it out. Taking stuff apart is much easier than putting it back together. So you're gonna have to think about how you're gonna get that back. So all this wiring and shit is in the way. I'll show y'all. You probably really can't even see it. Yeah, y'all can't even see that like that, because all this shit is in the way. make like a long extension. I can't find my other one. You get it down there. And you like angle it towards all the way down there. You can get it from there. But I can't find mine. So, get that bolt back there. I'll show y'all once I bring it up. With the quarter drive ratchet, the long flexible one. And you guys want to make sure that all your bolts are this loose. Pull it straight up. So that's the passenger side that people are asking me to do. Of course, it's much easier for me because I don't have an intake manifold on. And I took the EGR tube off also. So yeah, it's much easier for me. So this video, same day, you know, I'm going to do rocker arms, take the push rods out, and then I'm going to try and take this head off. So to take the rocker arms off, you want to start with the middle bolt, and that bolt, and that bolt, and that bolt, and that bolt, and it's the same going to apply for that. That should be easy enough. So I'll hit you guys up when I'm done. So I got them loose enough. I just zipped them out. Try to do it like evenly though, because I read somewhere that it's a sequence for it. So middle, left, right, then that one, then that one. Then once they loose enough, you just zip them out. Just lift up. And then you just do the same for the other one. And take the push rods out. Just try to mark it as this one being your passenger side, and it has an eye on it for intake. The intake is the upper, the exhaust is the lower. And I have to see which push rods are longer. I will have to see which push rods are longer to get it all on video. But I'll do that. Now that both of the rocker arms are out, let's see which push rods are longer. So remember, the top ones are the intake and the lower ones are exhaust. So it looks like the exhaust ones are the long ones. Intake ones are the small ones. And if you guys aren't replacing these, I would suggest putting them back in the same spot. But all this shit's been replaced, so it don't matter. Yeah. So I'll come back when I show y'all that I'm taking off the head. Alright, so I'm getting ready to take the head off. That's the tightening sequence. So they say do the opposite of those. So it'll be 15, 14, 13, you get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen those up, and then I'm gonna go underneath and unbolt the exhaust, and the head should be loose after that. Also, remember this a little ground attached to the back of that. I believe that's what that is, a ground that's attached to the back. It's right there. And I believe all the wiring and stuff, none of the wiring is gonna get caught in it. That's all. I'm gonna show that diagram again. So yeah, loosen up all that, take the exhaust, take that ground off, and the head should come through. Also, you might want to go ahead and drain your coolants, and I'll be back with y'all once I'm done with that. Everything's loose. The exhaust is off of it. I'm gonna go ahead and just take these bolts out. Long ass head bolts. My my drip in. My drain pan is under it. I used a breaker bar and some electric tools to get all the head bolts out. I kind of went by the sequence, but like I said before, this is all coming out. It's going to the machine shop also, so I'm not too worried about messing anything up for real. Take that ground bolt off. I'll hit you out once I pull it up. So, there's a couple things to watch out for. There's a bolt right here on the oil tube, and the ground back there, this is also connected to that screw that's on that ground. So the whole screw just, it unscrews, and then disconnect your oxygen sensor. And I mean, you should be good to just lift her up out of there. That's what I'm looking like right now. So I mean, that was pretty much it. And yeah, you gotta disconnect your exhaust, your cats to the header. That's pretty much it. Crazy. And this is what the head is. Oh shit. This is what the head looks like. Took the wrong side off first. I should have took the driver's side off first, because that's where the valve seat supposedly dropped at. But hey, whatever. So, got the other head off. The valve seat dropped in cylinder 1. So yeah, I'm gonna see if it's repairable. Take that out, hone it, see if I can get the walls looking good. But hey, I don't know.